Imagine mo kung wala nang binabayad na travel tax tuwing bumabiyahe ka palabas ng Pilipinas. Sa mga nakabiyahe na palabas ng Pilipinas, alam nyo to yung binabayad na 1,620 for every economy passenger at 2,700 for every first class passenger. Ngayon, kung di ka pa nakakapagbiyahe, kailangan mo yan i-consider pag lalabas ka ng bansa. Ngayon, nag-propose si Congressman Sandro Marcos na i-abolish na itong travel tax na to. At in-explain niya kung bakit kailangan na ito i-abolish. At sangayon ako dito sa proposal ni Sandro Marcos dahil kung tutusin, meron talagang constitutional right to travel ang lahat ng mga Pilipino. Ngayon, ang ginagawa na itong travel tax na to ay hinihinder niya o pinipigilan niya yung pagta-travel ng ating mga kababayan dahil sa pagbayad na itong travel tax na to. Kaya tingnan natin ngayon yung kanyang House Bill 7443 kung saan in-explain niya kung bakit kailangan na itong tanggalin. So unang-una sabi niya dito, this bill proposes the immediate abolition of the travel tax to uphold the constitutional right to travel and to stimulate economic growth. Sinexplain niya kung magkano binabayaran ng mga tao. Pero itong maganda dito sa sinabi niya. Kasi nga, unang-una, constitutional right natin para makapagbiyahe. Pangalawa, it stimulates economic growth. Kasi nga, kung may extra ka na pera o disposable income, magagastos mo yan sa ekonomiya. At lalong lalaki ang ekonomiya natin. Tapos sabi pa niya dito, although the travel tax has long formed part of the economy's regulatory framework as a revenue-generating mechanism, it also functions as a deterrent to travel. Taxation on personal travel and online booking suppresses demand, dampens tourism growth, and discourages mobility. Now, the Philippines has consequently become a regional outlier since most ASEAN member states have already abolished similar levies to promote tourism and regional integration. The continued imposition of the travel tax runs counter to the ASEAN Tourism Agreement of 2002, which obligates member states to progressively eliminate travel-related levies on ASEAN nationals. Further, this proposed reform is amplified by rising airport terminal and modernization fees. Maintaining the travel tax alongside these additional charges creates financial barriers for the average Filipino. So, ang dami niyang sinabi dito sa paragraph na to, and I'll just go through each one. So, tama nga yung sinabi natin kanina that it's a deterrent to travel. Ibig sabihin nun, mawawalan ka ng gana bumiyahe dahil may extra ka pang binabayaran. So, ang nangyayari dito ay mas nababawasan yung mga gustong magbiyahe dahil nga may extra pang gagastusin. At dahil doon, lalong bumababa ang tourism natin. At hindi lang yon, most ASEAN nations walang ginagawang ganitong taxation sa kanilang mga mamamayan. Tayo na lang isa sa mga natitirang mga bansa na nagcha-charge pa ng travel tax. So anong ine-expect natin mangyari pag na-abolish na itong travel tax na to? Abolishing the tax will reduce travel costs, yes, and could also encourage more frequent domestic and international travel by Filipinos. Increased traveler volume will stimulate tourism-dependent sectors, including hotels, transportation services, tour operations, and retail establishments, resulting in broader economic activity and job creation. Lower travel costs will likewise expand opportunities for cultural exchange by enabling more Filipinos to access domestic and international destinations. At the same time, the removal of the travel tax will improve the country's attractiveness as a travel and business destination. Tapos sinabi din dito, finally, the bill directs the national government to fund TIEZA, CHED, and NCCA through the General Appropriations Act. This safeguards the continuity of essential programs without burdening the traveling public. Importante na binanggit niya na kasi yung travel tax na to was supposed to fund yung TIEZA, CHED at NCCA. Pero hindi natin nga alam kung paano ba nakakatulong tong travel tax na to. Wala naman tayong nakikitang report kung ano yung mga nagagawang mga proyekto sa ilalim ng TIEZA, sa ilalim ng CHED at NCCA na nanggaling mismo sa travel tax. Wala tayong data tungkol dito, pwede pa nga baka nakukurakot na rin tong travel tax na to Kaya Congressman Sandro Marcos, you have my support at sana yung buong Kongreso iboto na para tanggalin na tong travel tax na to dahil sa totoo lang, walang kwenta naman tong tax na to. We are already overtaxed and underserved. At sa panahon ngayon na trilyon-trilyon ang kinukurakot ng ating mga politiko, kailangan talagang bawasan ang mga buwis na pinapabayad sa ating mga mamamayan. Kayo, ano tingin nyo? Agree ba kayo na tatanggalin na tong travel tax na to? O tingin nyo mabuti ba na meron nga to? Sulat nyo lahat yan sa comment section sa ibaba. At pag nagugustuhan mo ang mga ganitong klaseng content, make sure to subscribe to all my social media channels para mas marami pa makarinig ng ating mga mensahe tulad nito. Salamat sa inyo lahat. Ito si Chris Tan. Magkita tayo muli.